All right, so Jeremiah chapter 39. Now, in chapter 38, we saw how Jeremiah told King Zedekiah to surrender to the king of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar. He told him, if you decide to run from him, then up here, then this city will be handed over to the Chaldeans. They will burn it, and you yourself will not escape from them. But if you surrender to the officials of the king of Babylon, then you will live, the city will not be burned, and you and your household will survive. Now, chapter 39. In the 9th year of King Zedekiah of Judah, in the 10th month, King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon advanced against Jerusalem with his entire army and laid siege to it. In the 4th month of Zedekiah's 11th year, on the 9th day of the month, the city was broken into. All the officials of the king of Babylon entered and sat at the middle gate. Nergal-Sharezer, Samgar, Nabusarskim, or just Sarskim, the chief of staff, Nergal-Sharezer, the chief soothsayer, and all the rest of the officials of Babylon's king. When King Zedekiah of Judah and all the fighting men saw them, they fled. Now, didn't Jeremiah tell you to surrender to them? And what would happen if you did not surrender? He fled. They left the city at night by way of the king's garden through the city gate between the two walls. They left along the route to the Arabah. However, the Chaldean army pursued them and overtook Zedekiah in the plains of Jericho. They arrested him and brought him up to Nebuchadnezzar, Babylon's king, at Riblah in the land of Hamath. The king passed sentence on him there. Now look what happened, right? Look what happened. Jeremiah told you, but you decided, no. At Riblah, the king of Babylon slaughtered Zedekiah's sons before his eyes, and he also slaughtered all Judah's nobles. Then he blinded Zedekiah and put him in bronze chains to take him to Babylon. The Chaldeans next burned down the king's palace and the people's houses and tore down the walls of Jerusalem. Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guards, deported the rest of the people to Babylon. Those who had remained in the city and those deserters who had defected to him, so defected means to change sides, along with the rest of the people who remained. However, Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guards, left in the land of Judah some of the poor people who owned nothing, and he gave them vineyards and fields at that time. Now imagine, had Zedekiah listened to Jeremiah and just surrendered, he would still have his sons. But no, not all his sons have been unalived. Jeremiah freed by Nebuchadnezzar. Speaking through Nebuzaradan, captain of the guards, King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon gave orders concerning Jeremiah. Take him and look after him. Don't do him any harm, but do for him whatever he says. Now we know that these are not Nebuchadnezzar's words. These are the words from God, Yahuwah. These are not his words, Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuzaradan, captain of the guards, Nebuchadnezzar, the chief of staff, Nergal-Sharezer, the chief soothsayer, and all the captains of Babylon's king had Jeremiah brought from the guard's courtyard and turned him over to Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, son of Shaphan, to take him home. So he settled among his own people. Now the word of the Lord had come to Jeremiah when he was confined in the guard's courtyard. Go tell Ebed-Melech the Cushite, this is what the Lord of armies, the God of Israel, says. I am about to fulfill my words for disaster and not for good against this city. They will take place before your eyes on that day. But I will rescue you on that day. This is the Lord's declaration. And you will not be handed over to the men you dread. Indeed, I will certainly deliver you so that you do not fall by the sword. Because you have trusted in me, you will retain your life like the spoils of war. This is the Lord's declaration.